The title of my story is When Tears Tell a Story, Supportive Recovery After Gender Affirming Surgery. My client was crying so hard I could barely understand her. I said, "Take a breath, slow down, I'm here for you." As a social worker with the VNS Health Gender Affirmation Program, I'm often the first trans person and someone who also undergone gender affirmation surgery that my clients get to speak to after returning home from surgery. It's a life-changing moment filled with both joy and vulnerability. As she calmed down, I realized these were not only happy tears, but tears of pain. She was thrilled after her first surgery, something she had dreamed of for years, but alongside joy came isolation, fear, and stress. I reassured my client that she will get through this because she has a team of competent people who are caring for her, and that I speak to people every day who are struggling with recovery. And I have witnessed many who have persevered and who are happy. As a woman of transgender experience, I know these highs and lows. When I came home from my first surgery, I was ecstatic, but also scared and alone. Every meal, every medication, every moment of pain was mine to manage. That surgery saved my life, but the journey was hard. And that's why I believe no one should have to go through it alone. So, turning my pain into power by showing up for others in ways people did not show up for me. Today, I help clients feel safe and supported physically and emotionally. That means, thankfully, with the grace of City Council funding, we're able to arrange groceries, transportation, counseling, and sometimes just being a trusted voice. Because healing isn't only about the body, it's about dignity and belonging. And like Dr. Martinez mentioned earlier, also addressing social determinants to health. My client shared a painful experience, a trip to the ER, where staff didn't understand her needs and caused more harm than respite. So, what I can say is that this specific person, days after surgery, she has to be able to avoid, right? So you have 24 hours after your catheter is removed, after vaginoplasty. And if you're unable to use the bathroom, you have to go to the ER. So she went to an ER that knew nothing about dealing with newly created vaginas. So she was really swollen and they couldn't find her urethra. So imagine you're really swollen in that sensitive area, right? And someone's trying to prick you to put in a new catheter. Well, that was her experience. She was crying for days, in pain for days. And because I speak to many people like her, I know how to navigate this surgery. And also, of course, I experienced it, so I get it. And one of the aha moments is that it is so important that when you're serving the trans community, that you get people that are representative of the people that you serve, right? Again, I'm not only trans, but I also had the surgery. And I instill hope in many of our patients by letting them know you're going to get through this and not giving false hope, right? Not giving false hope, but letting them know you're going to get through this. And that's what I did with that patient. And so, so the physical pain was intense, but the emotional hurt being treated as other cut even deeper. These moments remind me why this work matters, why it's important for women like myself to be advocates for the community. As our call ended, she said, knowing I was there made her feel less alone. That's the power of compassionate care. For communities historically underserved and mistreated, these small moments of trust can be life changing. Every week, I called her to see how she was doing. And guess what? She was getting better and was able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And very often, when people undergo gender affirming surgery, they're They're paying attention to the noise. They're listening to what other people are saying. Oh, don't do that surgery. It's the worst thing you could ever do for yourself. And when something does feel like it's going wrong, you're you can imagine what that must feel like. Like, oh my God, something is wrong here. And what they could be going through is actually normal and part of the recovery. Um, and for her specifically, I let her know, like, look, what you're experiencing is normal. It's gonna be painful, but you're gonna get through this. And with that being said, um, big wins matter, but so do these quiet victories. When empathy, shared experiences, and lending an ear to listen help someone feel seen. And that's what healing looks like.